extraneous frontier spirit. Kraft tacks west with the cattle trail. He read somewhere, a year ago, while still in the honeymoon guidebook phase, that a mile of freeway eats up 40 acres of land, give or take the mule. The whole idea came from the Nazis. Shoulders, median, dual carriageway, transition, free exit and entry ramps, the total driving environment. How many thousand acres thrashed in Angelino land alone? Lord, I'm 500 continuous north-south miles without a traffic light away from home. Throw in the east-wests, the redundant routes, the cloverleafs, the switchbacks and tributaries, and pretty soon you're talking real estate. And how many million tons of that double-bulge guardrail spinning out its hypnotic thread cross-country, shadowing him however the chicanes slip and slide. For a truly nauseating insight, Kraft considers the number of human lives devoted to manufacturing this hardware alone. Somewhere forges run full-time just keeping up with the replacement pieces, the smash-ups, the decay of normal wear and tear. So what do you do for a living? Kraft's own answer, the chief career of daytime soaps and evening dramedies, patricidal America's most prestigious gig, half plumber, half god, is embarrassing enough to have to admit to seatmates on planes. But it could have been worse. A wrong turn coming up through public school and he'd be answering, "I manufacture those guard bumpers for the freeway." No, just the right-hand convex ones, although we are planning to diversify into mileage poles and overhead signs, the Japanese permitting. Radio does its thing, successfully distracting him from sustained thought. Tune of the minute transmutes into a synthetically evil crystal meth-induced slam metal number about how the sheepman and the cattleman should be friends. Kraft considers pressing the auto-seek and floating to the next station up the dial, but he hasn't the will to discover what's lurking there in the high, truly antinomian frequencies. He's under the impression, and would like to go empirical on this, that the city's top-polling radio tune at any given minute has a marked influence on traffic's turbulence. Audio Santa Ana's, chill melodies blowing in from the vents under the dash along with the AC, raising the collective arm hair in every one of these climate-trolled driving cubicles, making everybody just itch to, well, aim high in steering. Off somebody. Been happening a lot again lately. A man, a plan, some ammo, blammo, Panama. Somebody's got to scrape together a grant to graph freeway shooting frequencies versus the Billboard Top 10. The occasional public service breaks on behalf of the president's current call to arms serve only to obscure the narcotic of choice in its many trappings currently being vended by the sponsor's interludes. Sure enough, by the time the next 3-minute rhythm gets into full bandbox swing, the flow of control down the pike in front of Kraft settles into the unmistakable ripple effect of Gaper's block. Something has happened. Simple, unmitigated event, the palpable here and now, or as close as we get to it these days, the view through the dash. As one, people slow for a look. Not to pin blame on skid or stupidity, not to check out the parts failure or the make of the shotgun. They want to get a glimpse, to see the caller up close for once, bag his ID, collect his ephemeral calling card, gawk at the forgotten familiar, take down the number on his hideous out-of-town plates. Kraft has no need. Any survivors of this crash, or the one on the next freeway over, will show up at Carver General almost as soon as he does. He'll hear about them in living color over breakfast from the emergency room boys. The particular inferno he now creeps past might even include a PED case for him to call his own. It's becoming all but traditional. Family outing to the museum or mall, laid out all over the median strip instead. If not this particular flaming wreck,